So hello everybody. Apologies. I started a live stream earlier and actually got a phone call from a family member, so had to actually had to end the live stream so I could take the call. Was not expecting the call, so talk about the most awkward time to phone somebody. So at the moment we're just basically I'm finishing off what I'm doing here, and then I think I'm gonna go off and kill something so I can relax, because right now I'm feeling slightly homicidal because I've spent so long literally fixing everything up. Let's just have a little look around the place so far. I can't even talk today. So this is Quinlan's room. We're in the middle of actually fixing up for him. I actually feel like I've been doing this forever. Maybe just throw a bit of greenery at it. Then it looks like it's supposed to be framing something, so maybe not the best idea. Okay. So far, now this is because of the rug glitch for the power, running the power through so many sort of levels and things like that. So so far we have, as you can see, Maxon's room done. We have Kels's room done. What will become my room, and so for some reason I have actually got a provisioner stuck in my room. Don't ask, I have no idea what's going on there, people. This is Ingram's room, as you can see, with the engineer's armour and everything else in it. Next to Ingram we have Cade, and next to Cade we have Tegan, and in here I just have to finish off putting on, where was I looking for? I was looking for an empty table, because that one's empty enough. So clutter, armor, clothes. don't really have anything for Tegan's, you know, sort of armour, so you know, gotta go way out there. Oops, in the right place there too. So, magazines. Too far away there. The game's in spinning how far at the minute. There we are. And then this table here. If we go into themes, helps if I go into the right place. I keep hitting the nuclear code machine instead of going into themes. And then go across here to laundry. Here you are. Now I have found for ages I haven't been able to actually get anything for these to actually sit on. I have found these old dressers, these tables, and these ones here. So any of these sort of like dressers or tables that are of that style, okay, all the goldy sort of looking ones, they'll sit on top of the rest of them. They just sink through for some reason. So as you see, so far we have been doing a lot. Now we're actually using the free maker by Andrew, who is USO, and that's where we're actually making an awful lot of our junk up from, on the chemistry station behind us. Now in through here, I'm actually well pleased and well impressed with this. We actually have everything setting out for the food. Now I know it's not all in perfect shape. You can see some of it actually is. The reason I sort of haven't got it in perfect shape is you've got a bunch of soldiers that have just come in for dinner and they're all starving. It isn't going to be sitting in perfect shape. Literally, it is not going to be sitting in perfect shape in any way, shape or form. So you've got all the food here. Downstairs I actually have a load of stuff lying on the kitchen floor to be put away. As you see, there's Nate. The glasses, cups, you know, I mean, for coffee or anything like that, you know, and then we've got them going all the way along here, and here we actually have the cafeteria trays, which you can't actually see while I'm in decoration mode. When I come out of decoration mode, you can actually see there's 10, there's 30, you know, so it's a pile of trays. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. And then we actually got our armory built. So here we are. Our armory has been built, and we've got people in our armory.
Don't much care for good neighbor. That place is...
So as you can see here, put out everything, and with ammo boxes and cases and, you know, storage, and I put up like all the uniforms and everything else. So, you know, it's the building itself takes a bit of work. It's the actual decoration of everything that is really, really, really time consuming, because it takes so long. All those little extra details. That's why I always have the ultimate respect for modders, for everything they go through. Likes of, watch and I'll show you. Now, I don't always use the shop, like whenever I'm putting my coffee pot on top of a hot plate, you can't actually do that inside the workshop. It'll just sink through, so you have to actually do that yourself afterwards. And all the guns wouldn't actually sit on the shelves. They all just kept falling through the shelves and everything on me, so I had to actually do that myself separately. So and I have to do the kitchen as well. I was just like, oh no, please. So, and that's literally what I'm going to be doing, is just running around dropping stuff down left, right and centre all over the place. You know, blow torches. I actually do have a lot of stuff already in cupboards, so I've already started filling up all the cupboards with like parts and things like that. So you know, it's knackering me. I'll be honest, it is actually knackering me. Right now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go out, I'm going to put my power armor on, I'm going to find somewhere to kill loads of things, because I need to kill something, because I feel like I have spent I don't know how long inside that place, literally just putting things on top of shelves. Hello Groove, how do you do this? Just said I have like so much serious respect for you. I feel knackered after maybe a day and a half of literally just building and putting toothpaste on top of tables and things like that. Oh, the worst of it is, whenever I do it, if any of my settlers bang into it, it just goes flying everywhere. I don't even know how to walk anymore. Where have I got that can still be killed? I suppose I could do it, go and do tradecraft. No. Could do. No. 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 Actually, I have to still check out that mod up there by gas for the PS. I've already cleared through everything down there. I need to find something to kill. Lord, highest starlight driving, got 20 people. Is that what it's called? I actually went hunting for that and could not find it. So yeah, I took the mod off, as you can see. Whoa. I think I need to build them houses and things. And yeah, I'm not in the mood to clear anything. They can stay like this. That will be done soon enough.
You ain't been up to see Greg.
That was too scary looking there. I'll have to invest in that, because with the amount of stuff I've actually just put, or I'll have to even download that with the amount of stuff I actually just put into that new build, all the food and everything else. If it gets sent flying, I know I will actually start crying. I really will just start crying. There was actually a thought in my head of what I was going to do there. It's run away. could actually go and kill all the gunners, couldn't I? Yeah, why not? Oh, sniper rifles need fixed. I'm an idiot. This is what happens when you build too much. You forget how to actually shoot. No, I haven't. I've been building my little bunnykins off, so I will actually check it out. So I will. Where is this vault gone? I seem to have lost the circle for it. Ooh. I'll definitely have to check it out. I couldn't get over whenever I was actually going through that, and I discovered you actually have maxing, a maxing clone. I cannot, for love nor money, get the guy back out of the gym. He seems to have just literally moved himself into the gym, and it's as if he's like, no way, I'm not coming back out again. Literally from, I did that video yesterday, he has not left the gym. He will not come back out of the gym of that place. And Nate was actually beating up a Nuka-Cola machine at one point. It's like, right, okay. Why am I falling? I definitely will do. I've been on one of those e-cigarette things for the past 24 hours. I really don't think it's going very well for me. I've become massively clumsy while I'm trying to game. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
Standing down. You never know what you'll find.
Don't worry about it, Grave. I'm from Northern Ireland. We swear worse than sailors. You'll actually notice during a lot of my things, I'll actually run around sort of like saying a lot of flipper, bananas, apples, and pears. That's why I'm trying not to swear. I know they're not. It's just my tobacco. I got coffee all over my tobacco because I usually make rolling cigarettes, and I got coffee all over my tobacco, and basically it destroyed the tobacco, and I didn't get thing through until today, so I have to wait until later on to head out and then actually get myself some tobacco. So yeah, that's actually why we're on the e-cigarette. It really is not. I wouldn't mind, I'll be honest, I really wouldn't mind if it tasted like a cigarette. If it actually tasted as if I was smoking a cigarette, it would not annoy me in the slightest. Yeah, I think most of the population up here probably would as well. That was cool. He just jumped all the way across the place there.
Use everything you've got.
My aunt actually has me saved her on her phone as Sweary McSwear-a-lot. And whenever she's on the phone to my niece, she'll turn right and she'll say to her, tell her to stop swearing, I can still hear her even though I'm not talking to her. I say, right, okay. Just seems to be something in the DNA over here to swear like a trooper, as they say. So I meant to say, do you know the sinks that I had actually been talking about? The ones that were in the miscellaneous of the, I think it was actually the furniture. They were like the water fountains, the silver water fountains. I don't want to go upstairs yet. There's keys and everything to find in this place, isn't there? Ugh. I actually don't want a quest, I just want to kill people. I'm in such a nice mood. They're they came out with, I think they actually came out as part of the vault. They're the wee water fountains that you can actually, you know, like, I believe American School actually have them. You know, like they're water fountains like in your school hallways where you can just like take a drink from. We don't have them over here, but I believe American schools do actually have them. Oh, well, that was stupid. Oh, that was brilliant, actually. That was bad. 2 for the price of 1. Sweetheart, T60 power armor. Explain that one to me. Oh, here's what I meant to say to you. Right.
There we go.
So a friend of mine, yeah, we do. That's the fountains that I'm trying to find that seem to have like gone missing. And Andrew hasn't actually moved them over in with all of the stuff that he's moved over under the USO banner. Like, you know, all the buildings and everything else.
Got it.
For some reason they were staying over on the Bethesda stuff instead of moving over with his. So I meant to say to you, right, a friend of mine says to me last night, now they're actually an Xbox One player, and they have said if they can find a modder that can make sandbags, you know, like the sandbags that go with these things, they will be their fan for life. He's been hunting every mod to try and find one with sandbags, and so far no luck. So it's got to be the weirdest one I've heard yet. I remember for ages I was asking, like, you know, for double beds. I had to wait for mods to come out before I could get a double bed, but you know. Ah, that's right, this is the junkie vault. Do you know I actually have a collection of bottle caps? I'm serious. And over here, on the 11th of July, I know in America, use all, I think he wants singles and sand. He actually basically wants to be able to build, he wants to be able to use them to build defenses, basically. Like we do with all the rest of them. Where did I see the glass there? That wasn't my drinking glass, was it? No, there it is. Here, look, check out the glasses. Aren't they cool? They actually came out of that. They came out of the USO mod. I'm obsessed with these glasses at the moment. I think there's supposed to be something like the Lobster Bowl or something like that. It's one of those places you lot have over there. Yeah. Not somewhere I would create. Giant crustacean would try to eat me. Literally, I look at fish now and automatically think of Mirlark. Well, you know, I checked all the way through for him last night, through the guard stuff and all the rest of it, and couldn't find any sandbags. We could find gunner stuff and all the rest of it, but couldn't find any sandbags. So I actually feel sorry for the guy. He never ever, whoa, what the hell happened there? He never played Fallout before in his life. He's a family friend and he'd never played Fallout before in his life until he met me. And I went on about the game so much that he ended up playing Fallout. No problem. I wish they had left the companion wheel bit where you could actually tell them to back up. toilets have glitched out. Did I not just come down? I nearly walked straight back down the stairs again. See, I'm not knackered, I'm actually just walking over tripwires and everything. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So I actually was starting to get square eyes.
Good work.
Moving all that stuff and setting it on top of the tables and everything else. It was just madness. It's worth it, although I will actually be getting that OC decorator. Like, it is worth it and it looks really, really, really cool. But as I say, I've got Maxon stuck in the gym. I can't get him back out of the gym. He literally took off to the gym and hasn't come back out again. And then Nate was beating up Nuka machines, so the pair of them have been entertaining at least. RUSP, okay.
Sweet.
And that was a sheer fluke. Is it just me, or do you think vaults have got a wee bit tamer? See those fountains? I think they're actually supposed to be with the vault thing, so I'm wondering if I actually open up vault. I'm wondering if I actually just go and do vault 88, it might actually work. Seriously, people just sit there while someone walks around shooting everybody. Well, it's different. That's right, the one elements have a key. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to be hunting for a key. A spoon. It's keys or a password or something like that, isn't it? You have to find off this lot. Tells you how long it has actually been since I've been through here. Kate drives me absolutely and utterly insane. Cannot stand her. Believe it or not, I actually can't. Cool. Whoa. What is going on here? Okay, that's a bit mental. be designed to work. Miracles on it. This place really has gone to the dogs.
What the? Gunner down! Ah!
That's a bit disturbing. He died hugging a bottle of whiskey. Touch me out of the way. But okay. Now that's what you call a glitch and a half. So we've got him there and we've got the spinning arm over there. Different. Whoa, okay, yeah, we just did that way. I just walked in a circle. I'm a spoon. I think vaults have got very tame compared to what they were like in DC. Even New Vegas was tame compared to what DC was like. you know what I wanted to check out? Yeah, true, I suppose. But I don't know, even the stories behind them seem to be tame compared to what we had in Fallout 3. And I mean, New Vegas's plants that were trying to just like eat us all was just a bit disturbing, but yeah, it's just I think they're very tame. I don't mean like the way they're designed, or I mean their stories behind them are very, very tame compared to, I guess after 87, anything would seem tame, I suppose.
Nice.
Anything useful?
Yeah, true. Yeah, the one over by Malden, that is a wee bit sort of like messed up on it, definitely. They're trying to turn them into programmable killers. Why not? The Russians were doing it for years. So sure some other country was going to try it at some point. Ah, I seen that coming. Oh, wasn't that just stupid? Yeah, brag you're in a suit and you can get out of the water. I still think it'd be cool if they managed to drop in one of the talking death claws from that vault that was supposed to have been made, or that vault that was taken over. Oh hello. Sorry. Forgot to bring a bottle of wine with me. Glow. Yeah, okay. Hmm. You were shouting at it because it didn't bring the wine back from the shop. Ooh. Oh yeah, I ran around this before trying to work out what it was. Yeah. I actually do love this sniper rifle. Out of all the snipers that we've had in the games, I really do love the 7.62.
Godless heathens! Mission accomplished. Good work. Don't leave anything behind.
Have you actually seen over in, what do you call it? It's one of the hospitals taken over by gunners. Because I'm on a wee sort of Fallout site. It's called Fallout Amnio. You can get it for like you know your mobile and all the rest of it. And it's one of the hospitals, Mass Bay Medical Centre, and somebody was actually saying, they were complaining basically that whoa, that they couldn't see any they couldn't see anything to do with children. But you know there's actually a child skeleton in Mass Bay Medical in the beds of one of the rooms. Does it work easier? Right, you go down. You go down. Yeah, well, I seen part of it. Well, I was watching it while I was doing other things. To be honest, I didn't actually. Is there is there squares and all on it? Like, yeah. That's the one I was after. Someone actually was trying to argue that out with me the other day about they were saying that the railroad has never done anything wrong in the entire, you know, their entire play field. The railroad has been, you know, and they had actually done their ending with the railroad. And I was like, seriously, you didn't just say that to me? And they were like, yeah, I did. the railroad's never done anything. I was like, they blew the Pridwin out of the sky and killed all the squires. But yeah, that's not wrong. I was like, sorry, what? It's like, okay. Thought it was amazing people's different definitions of what's wrong. Tis an idea. Although with that Notorium on over my glow and see is slightly evil at the moment. Meant to say, by any chance is the behemoth in the library anything to do with Hugh Grove? Yeah. Because the first time it actually happened, I actually still had the 100 monsters on. And I went in, so I was in looting all the books and paper and stuff like that for the USO mod. And ran into a behemoth again. And I was like, I have a feeling this is something to do with Groove. Well, I stood very far away and shot at it lots. Exploding zombie. That's quite cool. Yeah, I collected all the books all over again.
Anything useful?
Right, well, I've got the lake house again. I might as well actually collect them, which means then I'm actually going to go and do West Tech all over again too, because I've got another build. Like, why not? And this time I have a power pack. I will try again to see if I can get on to level 2 in West Tech. I actually think there was something wrong with my head that day. I just kept jumping to try and get onto that level, and kept hitting down onto the floor. But it was fun. I actually like Kales. I oddly enough do like Kales. I could actually imagine if the courier, Tops, get out of the way, if the courier had actually gone Brotherhood and, you know, Thing and all the rest of it, I could imagine that's who Kels is. Kels is actually Courier 6 that's been taught how to, like, all about aviation by the boomers. I like that idea in my head. But if that's the case, then I know fine rightly that the Legion is dead. Well, I suppose the Legion could be alive. Well, no, they wouldn't be. Caesar would never have allowed the Brotherhood to live. Mm, that is true.
Tango down.
Quite possibly, yeah. Well, I'll be honest, if I personally believe if the Legion had made it and that branch had been lost, I get the feeling Maxon would have gone down looking for blood afterwards. But then again, I know a lot of people are sort of like, well, the Brotherhood and the NCR could ally, but there's no way Maxon would ally with the NCR because of the NCR hiding so many Enclave. And I know a lot of people turn around and say, oh well, the Enclave, I know even they say the Enclave were terrified of the NCR. The Enclave were too arrogant to be terrified of anybody. Let's just be honest about it. You know what I mean? The Enclave boys really were too arrogant to be terrified of anybody. If the Enclave had had any brains, they wouldn't have turned up at DC. And with the amount of tech there is around sort of that area. Oh yeah, I know that. I actually believe there's a whole side of them that actually, it's not something I've ever heard or ever read. It's just one of those sort of sneaking suspicions I get that there's a part of the Brotherhood that doesn't believe Maxon should be running it, and that we'd like to see somebody else from one of the original founding families as well run it instead. It's one of those sort of sneaking suspicions I sort of have, more than anything else.
We need to get out of this radiation now.
That's what I meant to shoot. Why he will go walking into these things, dance.
That's how we do it in the Brotherhood.
Are you another one that thinks he's a cyborg?
Going up. Ground floor.
One second, right, I'll be back in 1 wee sec. I actually need to go in. I need to let the dog out here because it's going a bit insane in the corner, so I'll be back in one, gives a couple of wee minutes here. on the topic of lands, I think one too many people have missed one too many things as the Arthur's turning on lands. Come on, boys. Right, sit down. Stop it. Sit down. Calm down, boys. Oi. Stop it. Get up and sit down, boys. Sorry. Right, that's me back. You see, I think, see, whenever you talk to Arthur in Citadel when he's 10 years of age, he is highly, highly, highly articulate. And he turns right and he says, well, when he says to you about you wandering around, and he's like, well, I have to pay attention to what my elder wants. But you can see already he's disagreeing with everything. Now, I know everybody seems to have got really obsessed with the whole thing of Arthur's supposed to be in love with Sarah Lance. A 10-year-old crush is not being in love with somebody. And if Arthur was in love with Sarah Lance, he would never have brought the outcast back in. Whenever I was actually playing through, now I don't know about anybody else, I have never, ever, ever liked Sarah Lance. And I do know I'm not alone. I was at Comic-Con was it this year or was it last year? Was that Comic Con? Or last year, obviously. And this is the new year. I was at Comic Con last year, and I got talking to a guy from England, and he does like all different prints, ink prints of different things, including Fallout. And he had one of the T60, a guy in T60, and he had one of Nicky. And I says to him, well, have you not got any more like the Pridwin or any of Maxon or anything? And he says, no, I'm sorry, I haven't, but here, you know, here's the card, check it out and all. And they do sort of like tarot cards and all that there type of stuff as well, but it's all like print stuff. And sorry, give me 1 second. I've lost this evil e-cigarette thing, and it's the only thing keeping me sane at the moment. So I happened to say about my dislike for Sarah Lance, and he actually agreed with me that there is. He says here, you're not the only person to think it. He says there's quite a few actually would agree with you. There was something not right about Sarah Lance. I mean, when I first met her, she was hiding behind a wall. She did not save my life, I saved hers. And then, you know, it just then the Enclave are actually at Project Purity, and she demands that her dad ignores the Enclave and ignores all this and goes charging off after the outcasts. Now, I don't know whether did you talk to, well, I ran around talking to everybody I could talk to because I'm just nosy that way. And I actually got talking to Artemis. And if you actually talk to Night Artemis tells you that half or most of his best friends, he's not sure whether he made a mistake or something like that staying. He's starting to think to himself that he should have left. 30 years of his this has been wasted with basically he lists off everything that Lance is doing wrong. Now, Artemis was always around Arthur as a child. I think the outcasts made sure to leave somebody behind to make sure that that kid had company. So Arthur was way too smart for a normal 10-year-old. You could just see it, the way he spoke. He was very, very articulate. I mean, he was smarter than any of the scribes around him or any of the teachers that they were given to him. He was just, he really was. I would go as far as to say, in today's terms, he probably had something like Asperger's. You know what I mean? He's just too intelligent, which, yeah, it does sort of leave with a slight emotional problem. You know what I mean? Because it's just one of the things. It's like Einstein had Asperger's as well. Man was a complete and utter genius. Just unfortunately sucked at relationships, like most people with Asperger's do. But you know, he was just far too smart. I think he worked out Sarah and Owen long before anybody else worked out Sarah and Owen. I mean, Owen, you actually have to talk him into staying and facing the Enclave. He wanted to run from the Enclave. I was never Lan's Brotherhood. I actually seen in Lan's what everybody else was going on about. I mean, I'm old. I come from a military family and former military myself. I mean, what Lance did was paramount to treason. To send your people out underarmed, undertrained, you know what I mean, and leave them to be slaughtered. See, I think the losing of his wife was actually what did Roger so much damage. I don't think Roger had any intention of turning out the way Roger did, and I think the loss of his wife was actually what pushed him so far over the edge. I think he basically, if he hadn't lost his wife, I think the Brotherhood could have been a very, very, very different thing. Arthur's just basically bringing the Brotherhood to the way that it's supposed to be. It's supposed to help people and all the rest of it, but yeah, they're still dealing with the abominations and everything else. I mean, he's still letting Naraya go forward with scientific projects and everything else, you know what I mean? It's as if he's managed to find a sort of balance what's been driving me nuts is, I mean, I have actually said on one of my videos, I actually have got abuse, and I mean serious abuse of people, because I support the Brotherhood. I just thought that was just like mind-boggling that people actually, you know what I mean? Yeah, it is a game, people. And in this game, yes, my faction is a Brotherhood of Steel, but you know, the abuse I actually took off people was, it actually was quite disturbing. But you see, I think Maxon had turned on Lance as early as when he was about 10 or 11. I don't think he had any love for Sarah, and there was always something wrong about Sarah. I mean, as we don't know, all we know is Sarah is either dead or she's missing. We don't know the exact details of what happened with Sarah. And I know there's people that are now running around trying to say that Maxon killed them and it was pulled from the game. Maxon being admitted that Maxon killed her and all this here stuff. And it's like, well, no, if that had been in the game, there still would have been something, you know. Apparently just before its release it was pulled, and it was like, no, because if that was there, then it still would have been, there would have been a way to find it, like the way there was with the other stuff. So there are a lot of conspiracy theories going around at the moment. Like, I don't know, I personally think she ran off. Oh, bugger. I see this here. Not so sure about that one myself. I do think he always had contact with the outcasts, yeah. I think Artemis has been watching him on behalf of the outcasts for a very, very, very long time. All these files coming from this. Get off the ground.
Area secure.
Let's go clear this place out. I've always been dubious about the timeline. How about yourself? Of how long Ohm was actually able to keep the West's respect. Kind of.
You gotta reload sometime, asshole.
Bye. Is that this place cleared up? Yep. Okay. Yeah, cleared. Yeah, he was. Lands from the pit and lands from there were two different people. Two very, very different people. I personally, I don't think. I really, I mean, there were, well, it was 20, what's supposed to have been 2050 something. Although for some reason Artemis goes on about 30 years instead of 20 years. It's supposed to be 20, I think it's like 2052 or something like that, whenever they actually leave from California to go to DC. And I do actually think that by the time he hit DC, they'd already started fracturing. You know what I mean? They were already falling apart by that point. I don't honestly believe he could have held the Brotherhood in the West respect for that long to actually have Arthur sent to him. I really don't. So either Arthur's older than they've put him down as, or
That's great news. Lady, you and the Minutemen have our gratitude.
that's the only idea I can come up with. Arthur's older than they're saying. I'll build these little couple of turrets. So I don't really think he could have held the respect for long enough. And I mean, what age was Arthur supposed to be whenever he got dropped over to him? He was only supposed to be like young. I don't know. I actually wonder if Ingram, this is my latest curiosity thing, is I wonder if Ingram is actually am I actually in the right place? Yeah, I am. I actually wonder if Ingram is one of the outcasts. This is literally just going to do until I actually come back here and build walls for these people. Well, you see, that's the thing of it. His father's branch was betrayed. Arthur's father's branch was betrayed. So, who betrayed them? That's why I actually said to you that I actually think there actually is another group within that actually want rid of the Maxon line and want to try and put their own name in their place. Sorry, 1 second. Yo. Oi. Leave the wall alone, get up and lie down. Get over here, you. Oh no. Get up now. You've gone insane, dog. You've gone completely insane. Right. You, I cannot afford to keep buying the wallpaper for you to eat. And my dog has like completely lost it. I have my TV up on the wall, and then I've got the PlayStations and all the rest of it, and he's actually trying to eat the wall and the wallpaper off the wall. Well, quite possibly, yeah. Well, I mean, Caston's only a star paladin. Would have expected him to have had higher rank. Like a head paladin or something like that. Oh yeah, I know. It's black and red. I like it. But I was an outcast in DC, so, you know, I'm gonna be all for it. Yeah. I remember when I actually met I first met the outcast. It was
Some of it to me.
Anne-Marie Morgan, and she was standing outside, what do you call that? Was it Fort Independence she actually called that one? And whenever I was like, sweet, I found the military. That's what's for the orange and gold? Just bung up some turrets here. But you see, that's the thing of it. I mean, it's not just this BOS anymore, because when you actually speak to Kells actually turns around and tells you that Arthur is the supreme commander of the whole Brotherhood of Steel. Everybody actually seems to keep missing this. It's not the West versus the East anymore. The boy's got it all in an iron grip in his hands now. I'm sure there's still planters running around somewhere from Roger's days. Right, here's one for you. I actually said this to somebody the other day, and they were like, oh, well, no, you can't really argue with them, right? You know, at the end of Fallout 3, that basically you were supposed to put this mutated, you were offered the chance to put the mutated version of the FEV into the water, and it would have killed everybody except for people with, as I actually said it at the time, was enclave DNA. And the person said back to me, no, it would have killed everyone that didn't have pure DNA, so anyone who wasn't a vault dweller. Am I wrong? Or before the war, were these people not exposed so much to nuclear energy that their DNA was already being mutated into the oblivion beforehand? I mean, the nuclear cars, the nuclear power, the nuclear planes, the nuclear everything. Was their DNA not already Swiss cheese by that point? Yeah. So it has to be DNA that has no radiation mutation in any way, shape or form. So that wipes out everybody that ever existed in that world after they discovered nuclear power and started messing about with it. Because even though it was just some of it was just background gamma radiation and all the rest of it, their DNA, was it not still getting twisted from it and all? So why they went after Sean in the vault when Sean's DNA, like, you know, oh no, you see, I did a mutation's mutation. I just walk around and shoot everybody, so but stop it. Take out the enclave. Why are you shooting me? Well, you said you want pure DNA and you haven't got any. Yep, I know. Oh, but I've been wondering what type of cancer it actually is that he has. They missed out on a lot of stuff, so they did. They really truly did. They did an amazing job, and you know what I mean. But they did miss out on so many opportunities for so many things. and that is, you know, and then there was just things that I think out of sheer laziness that they didn't even bother paying attention to. Like changing Tops' speech once he's out of the Brotherhood. Yeah. Any tips on fixing this roof? This roof drives me insane. There used to be a way to do it, but the problem is once you've actually got mods installed, it doesn't work anymore. Oh well, we've got some defence in places here. I might go and tell the other people that want to know about it. Who are they? Oh god, no, these people are going to want walls as well. Ooh.
Back. Any luck clearing out that trouble spot?
I'll have to check and see.
I cleared that place out for you. Should be safe for your friends to move in now.
Nice to have some good news around here for a change. By the way, we've decided to support.
I've actually been building proper like roofs, like pitched roofs and all, so I have recently.
Carrying too much gear is tactically dangerous.
You see, in what do you call it? On the Xbox and the PC, now the STS scrap the settlement mod that I use. As you know yourself, there's only certain things we can scrap. The friend that I was actually talking to, their Xbox One, as I said to you, and their scrap, they can actually scrap all the houses in Sanctuary if they want. I have never had that ability. Though it is nice to actually scrap the 200-year-old junk that nobody else seemed to get round to. I don't really think I could survive in the... I don't think I could survive with all the mess. It needs a new tree. Yeah, it needs to go too. I said go. There we go. Clean all of this. Building bunkers is like, you know, yeah. That's where I feel every time I try to build in, what do you call that place? Idiot. Oh, although I do actually have the build thing at the moment, so I'm hoping it's going to make my life a little bit easier whenever I actually get over there and go nuts, because there's only so much you can build. But see, trying to glitch all that into place and trying to glitch the corridors so they'll actually work, and I don't even go near it yet, but I need to so I can get my water fountains back. I've got obsessed with my water fountains, can you tell? I need to actually download that mod that you said to me about. I have it on my, I've gone onto my idea pad and onto my Bethesda account and actually like added it to my library so I can just go in and download it from there. Oh no, come on. Seriously, this one corner does not want to delete its rubbish. It wants to look ugly and make the rest of myself look ugly. Bad corner. What in the world is this? What did I build? You can't actually see anything and I'm building and there's nothing there. Oh, there is. But there's nothing actually appearing. Yeah, why? What happened? I noticed that today. Here, have you seen this? I was actually tempted to try and use these. I can't actually see this one, so you know. I gotta admit, I love the balcony. And I've actually got round windows. Round walls. Ooh. I could build myself my own Oval Office. Lock everybody out. Right, structures. What in the world was that? Oh, pre-war. Ah. I've got loads of cubes. I have no idea why I have so many cubes, but I have cubes. I could actually just like... I'm just going to shove up guns and give them water. Guns aren't going to do very much for them, like, but they can have a couple of guns, water, and I'll come back and build them walls soon. I'll put them around their wee house for them.
Yeah.
So have they said why what happened with Paradise the other day? Yeah, I have never played Minecraft in my life. They just, I'll be honest, they actually just sort of remind me of what do you call it? What was that? Oh yeah, no, really, now I am seeing things. Oh yeah, I seen that the other day. Where'd you get that one to work? Hmm. They remind me of what you call it. Demons memories. Me and invisible with power armor. Ah, yeah. That was a bit stupid of him. Right, Tappington. I can send somebody from Tappington to there. I need someone from to go to there. I know. Now I actually have sent somebody from Spectacle Island as a provisioner, and they haven't moved out for me yet. Yeah. I was actually bouncing about on it the other day using my jetpack to try and get up the things to try and do some building and build some steps, and fell and broke both of my legs twice. It's like, right, okay. I'm getting better at the jetpacking, like. I am getting more apt at it. Who are you? Because if you're watching the differ, I'm sending you away. Come on, let me open it. Yeah. I was seriously right. I don't really care where you run to, just yeah, with the boat. I seriously do not know what is going on with this thing. Did you see what sort of happened here? Now they're actually all perfectly exactly on the same spot as each other all the way back, and for some reason when I got to the front line it all just went completely and utterly insane. But yet when you get to the other side you can actually see round the corner. From there down it's all sitting practically almost, and I don't know what happened. It seemed to get about here and then it all started. I must have taken that apart maybe 30 times trying to get that perfect, and it just was not happening for me. It just drove me nuts. I'm gonna have to get that OCD OCD decorator downloaded and look at that. I have a Brahmin in my kitchen, wrecking my kitchen. See, they've racked up. Yep, I need to get that OCD decorator and fix things because I'm going to kill the Brahmin. Maxon, it would not surprise me. I think Maxon's actually still upstairs in the gym. I finally built the bathroom with this floating wallpaper. Do we actually have a snap? Do you know way in the PC and all the rest of it, you actually have the thing to snap stuff to the wall, or to snap, you know, like it locks things into place? Do we actually have that, or is it only the PC that has it? That's alright, that dude's out of my room. Well, if there's a professional, why isn't there a professional line coming up when there's a professional running? That makes no sense. Yeah, I thought it was just a PC and the Xbox. Oh, he's actually left the gym. He was hiding in here for about 48 hours. Yeah, I need to, because what I'm saying, I can't really do it with this, with everything I have in. There's no way I can. I'm not taking it all apart again, because I would just drive myself insane. I mean, look what I've actually done to each of the bedrooms so far, and the rooms that haven't been messed up yet. Hold on. And I actually did this all had to be done by hand as well, which is why I need to get that OCD mod downloaded, because these all got set in by hand too. Every single one of those weapons had to be set in by hand, because you couldn't put them in with the workshop, because they just literally kept falling through the shelves or jumping all over the place, so they all had to get set in by hand. Not perfect, but they're looking. There's a gun over there, committed suicide. Looking better than they were looking. I have no idea where Maxon's disappeared to. And then, as you can see, I've actually still got stuff here. I have to go down into the kitchen. I just needed to get out of this, out of the place for a bit and slaughter some stuff. I need to go down here, and I need to actually organise all of this stuff to go into all its places. So I'm gonna have to download that mod before I do that, because it'll just drive me nuts if everything keeps getting knocked over, and then I'll have to fix everything over there as well. I think they're quite cool. Refilling Vim and Nuka machines, and refilling ammo boxes. I have them over there as well. It's just, see these? That is my only one gripe, is the fact that books do not fit on the shelves. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to put on all those shelves. Right, well, I'm going to shoot on and get back to... Why did I just walk past the armor bay? That was a bit stupid. You see up here, on this side, you can see it's perfect. You know what I mean? All the way along it is absolutely and utterly perfect. And I actually did keep going along, as you know, until thing, and then you can see, you know, it was hilarious. I drove myself insane. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was thinking that. I think, as you can see, it does, you know. But over here, I don't know what I'm going to do over here. I can't scrap that building, unfortunately. I do need to build something, because this is your main sort of area where anything's going to come from. So I need this, and I need to try. The only thing is, we don't have anything for building a helipad or anything like that. That would be actually quite cool if we had the stuff for building a helipad. I don't think we do anyway. I'd have to actually check through and see, because I'd need somewhere for the birds to come down and all the rest of it, like. But well, I'm gonna go and get this mod downloaded and get back to getting this stuff all done, and I shall go and check out those 2 videos that you said to me about, and I thank you very much for keeping me company. And the BOS process, don't say processing centre. That sounds like pre-war, you know, Kim Jong's family, or Kim Woo's family.
Hey, I just wanted to introduce myself. I
Who are
heard the
them?
radio. Anyway, I just... Any place you want?
Yes.
Yeah, let me show you.
Sure.
Show you in a minute. It is very, like, you know, I like it. I was actually thinking of getting scribe uniforms and dumping them all into scribe uniforms while they're doing all the gardening. I'm going to have to go and turn that there beacon off, because this place is going to get overflowed with things. I think that's why Maxon keeps hiding out everywhere and anywhere. Nate, I keep finding Nate in the most random places. He hid himself in the showers at one point. No, I know. I come from Northern Ireland. Processing centres. That's an old word. Just go over here into the processing room, we'll deal with you soon. It's never a good thing to get it said to you. That probably sounds awful. Right. Okay. I seriously, that... I wonder... I can't even bring them out any further. Now I'm going to drown myself insane with it. Right, well I'm going to head off here, so I shall catch us all later. I'm going to go and try and get this place finished off and try not to kill my residents. It's how your family got war. They left with the things. I have a lot of family out in States, so I do. Quite a few in the military, so right, I shall say later, stay safe, and as I said, I'm going to go and check out them or two videos of you that you'd said to me about on your channel. Yeah, I have a lot of family. They ended up either in the United States, Canada, or Australia. That sort of went out roughly around that time. So, although I have some that actually went out earlier than that. I think the earlier ones that went out in Australia went into the prisons in Australia. Like, but we won't say nothing about that one. Right, so I'll catch us all later. Bye.